You know, we've been looking back 8 years with Debbie and Brandon, but there's another person who has been with me longer and, in fact, helped me launch this show 10 years ago. In fact, besides Robin, she's the only other woman who gets to boss me around, and boy, does she boss me around. I'm talking about our executive producer, Carla Pennington. So I'm going to bring her out and embarrass her here in just a minute, but first, take a look. Carla Pennington.
What was wrong with her? Just flat affect? I am the executive producer of The Dr. Phil Show, as well as The Doctors, which was created by his son, Jay. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. My father passed away when I was just graduating college, so it's just been my mom and my sister and I. I went to San Francisco State University. I fell in love with television. That was it. I interned a lot. I worked for free. I worked on a show called Good Time Cafe. My job was to go to comedy clubs and book comedians. Then I worked at another show called PM Magazine. And from PM Magazine, I met Linda Bell, Hurricane Blue. She and I just clicked. And then from there, I got a job on the Paramount lot. I pulled onto the lot August 8, 1989, and I have never left. I worked at Hardtopy, and I was a field producer. I did a show on a hot young skateboarder who murdered his girlfriend, and I had to go to the desert and reenact him dragging the body bag. And I remember telling the cameraman, "This isn't working. The bag's too light." I got in the bag and I zipped myself up, and I made them drag me through the desert just to get the shot. Now that is devotion. From there, Linda and I were tapped to go to Entertainment Tonight. I loved it because I'm an early riser. I am up. I'd be in the office by 5:30, running around like a lunatic until I got pregnant with my twins.
Now, I stole her from Entertainment Tonight and brought her into the Dr. Phil camp, and she has been running the show ever since.
My children, they were 2 when I got the job. Love you. Love you. I'm sure a lot of people thought, how is she going to do this with twins and the show? But I just love what I do. And I love working on The Doctors. I get the mix of both shows. I know it's a great show. When I forget everything around me, I'm just leaning forward going, I have no idea what's going to happen next. We have done such powerful television this year. To watch Dr. Phil interview the Anthonys, I think that he was magic. When I see Brandon, he put himself out there on national television. He struggled, he fell down, he dusted himself off, he got back up again. To see them paying it forward the way they do, it makes me so proud. I have learned so much being on this show and being in the control room and listening to Phil. This is not a job for me, this is my family. I love Dr. Phil and all, he's a good guy, but I love Robin so much, and we have become really good friends. We have so much fun. We have gone to Mexico. She's taken me to Cabo. She's taken me to Paris. One of the main reasons I love Robin so much, she's a twin, and she is very connected to Elizabeth. Elizabeth tried out for the school play. She got the lead, okay, I was stunned, and there was Robin, front and center, to cheer her on, and she was her biggest fan. I have Dr. Phil to thank for something very personal. It was season 1, I was at work, I got a call from Jackson's doctor, and he said, you need to get to Children's Hospital right away. Your son has diabetes. I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't know. I was stunned, I was hysterical, and I went into Dr. Phil. He looked me in the eye, and he said, when you see your son, do not shed a tear. He looks to you, you're his mom, so if you're scared, he's gonna be scared. If you're strong, he's gonna be strong. If he hadn't done that, I can't even tell you how my son would have reacted to this disease. I thank him so much for that, because I walked into that hospital and I just looked at him and I said, you're gonna be great. It was the best advice I could have ever gotten. And there's a reason I was working on this show, I think. I really do. I wake up every day with the passion to do my best and to make sure everybody else does their best. And I will say that I am so blessed to have, honestly, the most talented staff. And I could not do it without them. How much longer do you think I can do this? Till they put me under. You are not going to stop me until they pull the plug on Phil. As the executive producer of this television show, I'm allowed to say, cut.
Welcome, Carla Pennington. What's up,
Can I
girl?
give you a hug?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah. Well, you don't get out here very often, do you?
I sure don't, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Yes. But I like being back there, hiding in the control room. And
Yeah, she's the Svengali out there. She's running everything, all the tape pieces.
yeah. I wanted to say, and you know, I don't get to say it very often, but I am the luckiest person to work on this show. And it's the #1 show now.
Yeah. But you love this,
I
right?
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, you know, as of today, with this show, we have done 1,750 shows.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
You know, when I decided to do the show, and Oprah and I made this decision, you know, the first thing you do is hire your executive producers. We've been on the air 10 years, but we hired you 11 years ago because
Yes.
we were way in
I
advance.
told the story about how I scared the security guard
Yeah.
when you told me I had the job because I started screaming and they came running down the hall thinking somebody had been murdered, and it was just me finding out that I got the job.
Yeah. Listen, thanks for all you do.
Oh.
I appreciate it.